Welcome everyone to the second game of the day. This is the top 4 game of the Norwegian National Championship Online, and this round is sponsored by Mack Vidbier Belgisk Vetehull, which is very nice. I absolutely recommend. And today, maybe with a beer as well, I'm not sure, Arild, the Norwegian Forever Champion of First Edition, to commentate with me this game between Kevin O'Connell and LEIF TANGSTAD. Can you run through the lists?
Hello. I only have a glass of water, but on the left we have Kevin flying Jango Fett and Sam. He has Jango Fett with Composure, Count Dooku, Thermal Detonators, False Transponder Codes, and Hull Upgrade. And then he has Sam Vessel with Composure, Perceptive Copilot, Thermal Detonators, False Transponder Codes, and another Hull Upgrade. Then we have LEIF fly.
Yeah, so the Kevin's list, is that basically what you were trying to fly yesterday? Or is it?
So I flew a very similar list. A great part of that list writes itself. But instead of Composure and Perceptive Copilots, I chose to put down Counselor Palpatine as well.
Right.
And switch the crew on the two ships. So I had Dooku and Sam Vessel.
Okay.
Other than that, the list pretty much writes itself. There's some choices, but a lot of it is pretty self-explanatory.
Things that work, yeah, of course.
On the other side, we have LEIF flying a resistance list. He has Jess Pava with Jamming Beam, and then he has Lieutenant Bastion with Jamming Beam.
Because it's free.
Jamming Beam is free, so no reason not to take it. Then he has a Red Squadron Expert with Heroic and Jamming Beam. Then he has Rose Tico without any upgrades. And then he has Finn with Heroic.
Right, a lot of shenanigans with the pods there. And and then just the quite solid T-70s.
Yeah, so there is not really that much shenanigans in this list. There's all of the upgrades and all of the pilot abilities are efficiency upgrades. It's to mod dice and add dice to make attacking and defending stronger.
Yes.
But being a resistance list is quite beefy. In my experience, resistance lists always last a little bit longer than they should, or resistance ships always last just a little bit longer than they should. That's my experience flying against them.
Yep, agreed.
It's just the right amount of shields to be annoying and avoid some crits, and it's just hard enough to do any damage, do enough damage to them to remove them from the board. But this fire spray list might actually be a good counter or a good list to answer that if you can fly it well. With a rear arc, you don't need to engage that much in a way that lets you that leaves you open to take damage or land in a kill box if you don't manage to kill the one ship you're trying to kill.
Yeah.
So we might see Kevin trying to use that to his advantage, and also the bombs, of course. Thermal detonators can be nasty against large amount of ships.
Yeah.
So it looks like they've set up in quite a clustered part in the middle of the table, leaving two big open areas on each side of the board.
And then we have, so Zam is the one close to us. She's probably gonna scramble across the table, reaching the other side or something. And we see the big Baby Yoda token again. That's not the right side of the history there.
I mean, we don't know how long Baby Yoda lives, do we?
No, but we know he was in the temple during the time.
Okay, yeah. So he wasn't out. He wasn't out flying at this point in the history.
No, during the time of, where Django was before
Fett.
the death of Django, so that's good 35 years before the event of the Mandalorian. So Baby Yoda is actually closer to be a baby, probably in his teens, and training at the Jedi
I
Temple.
see. Yeah.
He
So it's
somehow
Teen
escaped Teen Yoda, but somehow even more baby.
So we're seeing Sam doing the expected one bank to not land right in front of that beefy list of lives. But
Gonna run for your life.
I mean, it's not really running for your life as much as leaving yourself enough to be a threat that life has to keep chasing you while Django gets behind the list. And also leaving the options open to turn in if life should decide to move another way. Right now, that's not really a problem because this area is so open. But so I don't think it's I don't think Kevin loses anything by being chased by this swarm for a little while.
No, but
especially if he's doing some fast maneuvers with Django.
The game plan here for Kevin is to try to split the resistance. I would assume, but I think life will see that and not let himself go.
Yeah, that is hard to split a list like this when all of the X-wings have boost maneuvers, so they can that can allow the list to pivot a lot better with the pods doing turns, and then you can do faster turns or then or boost to get back into formation. So it looks like Life is just using the target locks to be safe against the jam
The transponders,
from the false transponder codes, which is really smart because that means the ability to use the false transponder codes aggressively is much lessened. It will basically only work on the pods. Which can be powerful with Finn's ability to generate focus results. Having that focus is really powerful. So having the ability to remove it can be strong.
I think Life did a semi mistake there. According to the chat, when Bastion checked the range 3, Zam was actually in range. He could have target locked her to trigger the transponder code, right?
The false transponder code. Yeah, that would be a mixed mistake. Not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. Sam Bustle is in range.
Yeah, and just checking the card. Yes, some amazing alt art there for the false transponder code. I'm not totally sure what movie that's from. Something from the 90s. Looks a bit Jurassic Parky. All right. Oh yeah, and in the chat, Robert says that the top 4 is 2 local tables with here on the stream Oslo versus Oslo, and on the other table it's Trondheim versus Trondheim.
So both of these players are from Oslo, correct?
Yes. Well, Kevin is from South Africa, but he's been in Norway for 5 years or something.
And he lives in Oslo.
Yeah.
So he's representing Oslo in this tournament.
Yes.
Okay, so
and he will represent Norway.
Life is choosing to turn in here. That will limit his options later, but it might force Django Fett to have an engagement sooner than he would like, depending on what he does.
Yeah. If he went for a turn,
Sam is out of it for a little while.
Yeah. Getting himself in the middle there. that might expose him to some bombing in 2 or 3 turns. Yeah, and then
Maybe,
that's a turn there. Try the lock.
Testing the target lock here. That will actually trigger the false transponder codes.
Yes, and he's gonna jam the cloud.
That?
Yeah, if you have one jam that object, so you should jam the cloud.
If you have one charge active, lose one charge, and jam that object, ignoring range restrictions. So, so that's a must ability, so that the false transponder code should activate.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe so. Do you want to jump in their room and ask?
I can jump in and ask them.
Thanks.
So, according to the unofficial FAQ that's used in this tournament, locking obstacles does not trigger false transponder codes.
Because we can't jam the cloud, so it can't be resolved, and then it's okay.
That must be the reasoning.
The logic there.
Yes.
I can see that.
So the problem for LEIF here is that Jango Fett can get out of this.
No,
either by doing a quick maneuver and getting back on the other side of the board, or by just turning away.
Doing a one hand towards the right there. Been a good spot to bomb next round, and yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, or just a 5 straight. Is it gonna? It would not be bumped there. So if you
4
just
straight
went
is the fastest maneuver on the fire spray.
4 straight boost, something like that.
But the 4 straight is would get him out of all of it, I think.
Yeah.
Or most of it.
4 straight boost should work. Yeah.
Sam is moving in.
And not all of it. The X-wings at the back. At least 2 of the X-wings would probably still have a shot.
Yeah, maybe.
They would be
but the
through
pink
a cloud.
One, Jessica would be through the cloud.
Yeah. And green might.
So Kevin is considering boosting here.
Which
I would caution against against the bank boost, because that will leave you vulnerable next turn.
Yeah, just general.
Looks like he goes for a target lock.
Goes for a target lock, and that triggers the code. So that's a jam, and that's Rose lose the token.
That's Finn actually. So that's as I talked about earlier. That's extra powerful, jamming Finn, because that means he can't use his ability.
Yeah. So that's the code gone on Zam. Okay, so he went for the one hard. So now debating probably if he wants to hide behind the rock, or actually right now he has a shot at Finn. He has 2 shots at Finn.
I think he's debating the bank boost to the left. That will leave him with an escape vector next turn.
Yeah, and quite a bit more distance to the X-wing. So right now he probably is in range of Jess. On the edge of range.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, he's got the finger on the straight boost. I mean, he can one hand next turn. Put the bombs in that direction there. Force the
that will leave him a bit predictable. But he's just staying there, taking a focus.
Yeah.
Or he's considering it.
What is Django's ability? I'm not sure. I haven't really looked at it. While he performed difficulty reveal less than if the enemy, he just went white, so that's not going to trigger. You may change one enemy ship's focus into a blank. Yeah, no. And you probably don't want to do that because that would trigger heroic. All right, so shooting at the back.
Yeah, that's true. So he's
Uh,
staying there, shooting
2 versus
range 2
3.
into Finn.
3 versus 2, not 2 versus 3. Yeah. He. Oh, all the things. Spend the focus, chooses. Oh, spend the force, chooses violence.
Spend the force to
And
get the 3.
Finn, only 1, takes 2. That's a shield and a hit. That's half point on Finn. 16 points. Oh, Finn is so cheap. He's so cheap.
The thing with Finn is that he's really surprisingly tanky with his focus because of his ability. But because of the jam from false transponder codes, he might pull some damage through here.
Yeah.
So using the target lock to reroll
Just
all of those
1.
dice.
It's gonna be 3
Just getting
dice.
1.
And that's safe. Yeah. Ah, that was a bad lock there. Well, to lock the focus out.
It was the lock that allowed Django to do any damage at all to Finn.
Yeah, absolutely. The lock was really useful, not as a lock, but as a jam. Yeah.
Right. False transponder code is a really interesting card because it really changes the balance between the focus action and the target lock action. So players have to rethink how they use the actions.
Yeah.
You can't just think when in doubt focus anymore.
Yeah.
You have to really consider the target lock.
Yeah, so Jess.
So here we have Jessica shooting, spending the charge to reroll both of those dice.
And spending focus for
with the focus
3.
getting all 3.
Okay, Django attempting a defense. All the eyes. Well, he has a focus
With the
staying
focus,
around.
that's
safe.
Completely safe. Here we have Rostico. Interestingly, because of how LEIF turned in, Rose doesn't have any of her friends in her firing arc, so she can't use her ability to reroll dice. So it's just a 2 or just a 1 being evaded by Django Fett.
I apparently forgot to start the timer on the stream. Okay, we're good. Yeah, 1 second off.
Looks like Django is taking one damage from Bastion.
1 damage from Bastion.
And then we'll see Finn doing the last shot, unmodified. Just the 1.
And it's not gonna stick.
And that's easily avoided.
So that's half a Finn against 1 shield on Django. That's a rather favorable engagement.
Especially because of the position you're in. Finn is going to eat at least 1 bomb next turn.
Yeah, there it's like double drop,
that's
100%.
Really
that's
out of the question.
The opportunity is there. And of course, because of
Dooku,
Dooku, the bomb is
going
going
to
be
be
whatever he wants. So that's going to be going to be a crit on poor Finn there. Nearly 100% sure. Yeah, he doesn't really have. Do they have roll the pods?
They have a red barrel roll, I think. They have a really interesting interesting action bar with a white focus and then target lock, roll, and jam, which are all red.
So
we saw yesterday that Finn did a jam at some point, but
I think that the 2 hard lefts and then rolled lefts would put him like somewhere between the cloud and the debris.
I think that would get you out of the 1 bomb, but not the 2 bomb.
Yeah, that would.
But I think you're right. I think the right maneuver is or you were thinking moving right.
Moving left, 2 hard left, roll left.
Left, yeah. Yeah, I think the right decision from LEIF here is going hard on Sam.
Yeah.
I think you should just ignore that cloud and turn all of your ships in on Sam.
She doesn't have the code anymore, so you can freely just target lock her.
I mean, you can target lock if you move through the cloud.
No, yeah. But I think Jess
yeah.
probably won't go through the cloud if she goes for like 3 hard or something. If they have the 3 hard.
They have the 3 hard, but
They do, yeah.
the problem there is if that bumps one of the pods.
Yep. And no, that won't be too close to the bombs. Yeah. Okay. It
Looks
seems
like
that
LEIF has set all his dials, but Kevin is still thinking about it.
Oh, we have 11 viewers.
Aye.
I think that's my record.
That's highest? Okay.
It's probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the previous players. The other players. There's Robert in there, there's Ronnie, I see Toby. Some more obscure names. Kridov, that's Peter. LEIF is there in the chat. Listening to our nonsense? No, probably not. He's in the chat for support. Paul is there. Yeah. Hello everyone, thanks for watching. And like, Multi-Shade Mini is Anish.
Looks like both of them are going back and forward, changing their maneuvers.
Okay,
now LEIF is just checking if he's set everything right before we start doing the system phase.
I mean, it's clearly a very important turn there. Yeah, and then dropping the bombs.
The very, very predictable bomb drop.
Yeah. It's
and then the second one.
It might be the turn where Finn maybe dies. Zam is probably going to take some damage. I think it's a big turn there. It's going to be semi-decisive.
Yeah, here we see the
too hard.
Too hard in.
If he doesn't avoid one of the bombs, he's dead. I mean, one would be forced into a crate with Dooku. The second one, maybe not.
I mean, I don't think you can avoid any of the bombs. When I look at it, the barrel roll. Yeah, it will get him out of the first one.
The first one.
But that will leave him without a focus.
But he's going to do it.
He's going to barrel roll.
I'm not totally sure is in range of the second one. It's close, and we don't see the bombs very well on that background.
Yeah, no. Barrel rolling with both of his pots. That's interesting.
Yeah, especially with Rose, because that's kind of limits the mobility of the others. Bumping on the cloud, well, bumping when you're on the cloud doesn't really matter.
The interesting thing about that move is that it also gives Rose another reroll, because that X-Wing is now in Rose's arc when she fires. Thinking about the action for the Red Squadron.
Oh, Anish in the chat is self-hazing, saying that he's at the top of the list if you look at the list the wrong way around.
So Sam ended up moving in.
Moving in, not bumping.
Not
Micrometers from them, but she will self-bomb there. At least once. Yeah, not two, just once. Taking double focus with perspective copilot.
Oh, sorry. And just the one forward from Django. I was thinking about Django. He had a lot of options, and none of them were like completely safe.
No, but this one ended up being safe. I think he's not getting shot, and he can just do a one hard next round.
But the one hard next round will land him without any shots.
Yeah, but anything else ends him up outside of the board, I think.
I mean, yeah, the one turn is obvious next turn, but I think I would have preferred to see one bank.
One bank now to get more options next round. Yeah.
Yeah. So just target locking Finn.
Yeah, at the very edge of
Casey
range 3.
survives the bombs.
Yeah. Okay, going for the bomb that's gonna hit the most first. It looks like. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Finn is out.
Finn is actually out.
That's what I thought. That would be really on the edge, and that's outside of the edge. So that's not a dead Finn, not a critted Finn, not yet. Zam will probably take care of it, but
yeah, I mean it's not a guaranteed crit either because Dooku is out of range. That's range. Isn't that range 0 to 2?
Range 0 to 2. Yeah. So Dooku can't do anything. This round. I think Dooku on Zam is probably the most common call instead of Dooku on Django.
So it looks like those bombs didn't do anything at all.
No. Kevin.
Like we have
no. Kevin lost a shield. Kevin rolled and got a crit. So that's a shield on Zam that he got on himself.
On who?
The bomb that had Zam.
So Sam has lost the shield. Yeah.
So Zam lost the shield, but it did nothing on Kevin. So double bomb and hit himself. Okay.
So here we have the problem that Django target locked Finn, but because it was in range for the target lock, but he's not in the firing arc, because the base extends further than the firing arc. So Finn is actually outside of range of Django, so he's not eating that shot.
That's.
I mean, he's still eating a shot from Sam. But,
that should do the trick, yeah. But
guaranteed to be dead from that shot.
Yeah, but that lock will not do anything. Yeah. Okay, he's guaranteeing a crit there. Yeah. Hit it crit, so that's probably
getting
on Rose. Rose getting hit crits. Oh no, apparently Finn was in.
They decided that Finn was in range.
All right, that's that.
Not sure what that decision was, or if they. They decided it was in. So that was Finn removed, and then we'll see Sam firing into Rhodes.
Three. Yeah. Not using the focuses there. That might become relevant. Rose taking. Oh, does she have something she can do? Oh yeah, a reroll. Nope.
She has her ability to reroll.
Yep.
Rose's ability reads that
while you defend or
perform an attack, you may reroll up to one of your results for each other friendly ship in the attack arc. So that's friendly to Rose. So
there's
when
many
Sam
of them.
is going to have all of the three other friendly ships in Sam's firing arc, then Rose could reroll up to 3 dice.
Yeah, but that did not help. She still took 2 and bled 13 points.
Yeah, and when Rose is firing later, which she will get to do because she has the same initiative as all of the as the highest ships. She has she's one of the ships with the highest initiative from in LEIF's list, which means Rose will get to fire back even if she dies from Django's revenge shot.
Oh, Sam's revenge up there.
Sam takes another shield.
Yeah, Zam is taking shields there. I've kind of lost track of who's shooting.
Now we'll see the Rose shot at least.
Did
and here
Zam do?
She can read on one of the dice because of that Lieutenant Bastion.
Oh yeah. And Zam just evades it, and now she's going for the revenge shot. Yeah, she was waiting to have the revenge shot on Rose. Yeah, that makes sense. And spend a focus for hit it crit. That's going to be at least a crit on Rose, who can reroll everything. Just an evade, takes hit crit. That's a dead Rose. Well, that's one thing he doesn't have to take care about. And a direct hit at the end. Very, very dead.
Oh, that's just insult.
Insult to injury, dead +1. At the same time, when that happens, I'm always a bit sad because, oh no, that's a direct hit that's not gonna actually hit my opponent. It's just going into the void. Oh, whoa, that's a big X-wing.
And then we
from Mr. Bastion.
Then we have some amazing dice in that shot.
Yeah, and taking a shield hit crit, and the crit is a fuel leak.
That's that might hurt.
That might hurt. But that was the last shot. But Zam is limping. She just bled her half point, so 48 points to life. Kevin has 56 after killing the 2 pods. Would you bomb with Zam now to make a full 5k actually painful?
I mean,
4-6 swing to scramble.
The 4Ks with the Bastion is the only
thing that would get bombed there.
It's the only maneuver you punish with the bomb.
You would probably call it and just turn to the right. Life rearranging is a table side to just have the X-wings. I mean, she's hurting, so like I'm always thinking, okay, if I'm about dead, I'm just gonna drop whatever I have in case. That doesn't.
Yeah,
hurt.
that might be a thought. I mean, she's not dead. She has a hull upgrade, so she has taken 2 damage, which means or two hull points. So that means she has 5 left. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
So she's not dead right now. She can still get away and do a fair bit of damage. If you're live, I don't think you take the bomblets or the thermals into consideration when you decide what maneuvers you take. If you think the K-turn with Bastion is the best call because it gives you shots, I don't think you. I mean, you care about taking the bombs, but I don't think. I think it's worth it if that means you get good shots on something.
On the other hand, I'm not sure the 4K actually gives you a shot because Zam could probably just go 4 straight, potentially boost if that's relevant.
Right.
Get completely out of dodge
and
there.
There's not really any options to block the 4K.
4K or just a 4 straight. 4 straight gets the focuses.
Yeah, the 4
back.
straight. I mean, yeah. There's not really any options to block that 4K for straight.
The X-wings, they have
I mean,
two...
you could flip the configuration and do a
2 hard roll
and a barrel roll with Jessica, but
is that really worth it?
I don't think that's worth it.
No. On the other hand, that's one of the maneuvers that might give you shots on Django if Django was right.
That's true, but at that point you lose one of your attack dice.
Yeah.
Because Django won't be near bullseye.
Yeah.
And Django will have a shot on you because he can boost in.
Yeah. Yeah, I think life is in a precarious position now. Really depending on how fast Zam is going to go. But there's a good chance she actually goes fast, goes across, shoots at the back. That's the good thing with the fire spray. They don't lose dice at the back, yeah.
That's the thing with the fire sprays. It's really hard to predict because you don't really favor either going slow or going fast. You'll get shots anyway, either ways. Either out of the front or at the back, so it's really hard to predict.
Yeah, that's what doesn't work with the lambda or with the arcs is the arc 170. It's like the shot at the back is weaker, and so you still want to have the front going forward into the 4K. Here would make more sense, but here with the fire spray,
Right.
just go fast.
And with any other ace, like when you fly into your fell, for example, when you fly against Sunterfell, you know that your opponent could either turn in or be in the scrum, or just for 5 straight out. But you know that if they do the 5 straight, then they won't get a shot. But you don't have that problem with the fire spray.
Okay, Zam
So
bombing.
looks like he's dropping both of the bombs.
Taking something close to my approach of I'm gonna die soon, let's just bomb. Yeah, but not with Django. I thought maybe bombing with Django would have made sense to kind of block that avenue as well. And he might even...
You might want to have Sam be in that spot.
Yeah, true. Okay, so he didn't go for the 4K, he went for the Talon Roll, which is, actually a better option there.
That's a lot better, yeah.
Fits in the cradle of the cloud. Really nice. Jessica going for a turn there. Probably keeping the arc open for Django.
I mean, it's too late to turn the arc now. You have to do it before you move.
Yeah, to design the thing, the configuration. And the bank that does not hit the cloud.
That's interesting because Sam might bump into that, and that's
bad news for Jess.
For
no,
yeah,
he goes.
But that's even worse news.
That's now he's gonna have all the focuses, shots at whoever he wants. Yeah, and
he will only be shot by Bastion.
Yeah.
Who has a lock on him?
Oh yeah,
that should be said.
Yeah,
because
that he got from his ability. Yeah. Okay, Django going there. Focus or boost. Changing his mind, thinking about the boost. Boosting is...
He's only being shot by one ship.
One ship. It's range 2, and it might even be obstructed. So. One bomb goes out, and no, nothing.
Just nothing.
So that's 4 bombs that only did 1 damage on Zam. Sad.
And they're having technical difficulties removing the range marker from the bombs. I've had that problem on multiple occasions in this tournament.
Just slid it out of the board, like, we won't see it over there. And then, it's here. I can see it. Doesn't matter to us.
So Sam shooting into Jessica. The range 1 shot. It's the most defensible of them, but also the one that hits hardest. Jessica's using her ability to reroll.
I missed. Anish in the chat said he could have gone with Jess for 1 bank to try to block Zam there, which is true.
I mean, it wouldn't really give you that much more. Sam wouldn't have any actions.
And probably no shot on
Django. And the range.
Oh,
the shot from Bastion would be at range 1.
Django taking 2 shields there.
Oh, that hurts.
No targets there.
At least in the long run.
Yeah. And then on Zam there, 3 no focuses. There's a lock. Yeah. The lock on the focus tokens. And
Sam is out of charges on her ability, so she won't have any return shots.
No.
That hurts. That hurts getting the same result back.
And he Doku'd an evade.
But Doku to make it an evade, yeah.
So that's safe. So he won't get his log back.
But
Which would have
Sam
been-
will get the luck
But
and,
that's Sam,
and a
yeah.
charge from her ability.
Yeah. Who's gonna get the luck? And depending on the dice, it was either both of them or just Sam, and it's just Sam. Okay, so this turn, so Jess lost only 1 shield and Django lost 2 shields. Otherwise, there was no damage. And luck was lost, loss was gained. Luck was gained. Okay, we're back to dials. Zam has 2 bombs. Do you bomb here? Yeah, there's not really
I
any...
think you drop both of them.
Yeah, I think it's time.
There's no way for
Bastion to
Bastion
really...
to get out,
No.
and the Red Squadron can't get out of the bombs while still getting shots.
4k?
Yeah.
4k should be enough.
Yeah, you won't get the shots, but yeah, I think that's the right call.
Yeah, come back next time, and then Zam will be out of bombs. Both ships have used 2 of the bombs. I'll
Jess
mention
is
the
in a
stat
curious
says
position too, because
uh,
she would like to just turn to her right over that rock, but that will put her out of range 1 of both of her friends, losing her the rerolls.
yeah, which not good. Yeah, in the chat, Simon from Target Lock TV, the premium Swedish streamer, says hello, and Anders says that the one bank with Jess last round would have actually given her much more options, like not going through the rock now. Because, now what do? You either eat the rock or you go to the left and disengage, which I think now he needs to put on the pressure.
It feels bad against fire sprays.
Yeah. I mean, he already basically lost the number advantage that he had before the game started. Now just 3 versus 2. And with Zam, he might actually be the 3 shots against 3 shots every now and then.
Yeah. Every other turn.
Every other turn.
Or something. Maybe less.
At least we know what the secret condition is going to be. It's the one that when you get shot, you get a charge back. You can't use the...
This might actually be a turn where some ships might have both of the fire sprays in arc. So and that would leave
choose to shoot
the condition choice interesting. But I think you're right.
He wants the charge back.
Here we have both of the bombs.
Yeah, both of the bombs. That's the last bombs for
no
Zam.
reason to keep them at this point.
No.
You won't get any more ships than you will this turn.
Yeah.
See Bastion just doing a 1 forward, clearing the stress, and taking a focus. Accepting that it's going to eat both of those bombs.
I mean, that
nothing he can do about it.
No, not really.
And here we see the 3 turns from Jess.
Through the rock, yeah. It's really the green veteran there. I'm not quite sure what we do. The rock doesn't hurt. But there, the 2 sprays can just do some kind of... Oh, on the rock there. And at the range of at least 1 of the bombs. Rock is being
not taking any damage
friendly
from it.
there.
It's not the worst thing in the world. It will give Jess one reroll because she has a friendly ship on range 1.
Yeah.
And it's a better position for next turn than doing the 4K.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, so I'm just going there. Django bumping. He won't get a shot. No. Okay, bombs hitting both of them. Starting with the bomb that hits green. Green takes a hit.
Squadron takes a damage from that.
1 shield. And then Bastion also takes a hit.
Takes a shield. Yeah. The bomb starting doing damage.
Yeah. And then Bastion a second one. Nothing.
Don't do anything.
So that's all the X-Wings are down to 2 shields. Yeah, Django definitely no shots.
G65s.
Down to be D65, yeah, pretty much. Okay, Zam choosing her shots. Yeah, of course, Jess has a reroll whereas the other ship doesn't. They don't have tokens to get stripped, so very strange one on Jess. Yeah, I would probably go at Jess. It's the better shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
4 versus 2. Zam has all the focuses in the world. Jess doesn't. Yeah, spend a focus for 3. That's at least 1 damage going through. Jess, do you spend the charge to reroll that, or do you just eat 2?
Ooh, that's tempting to just leave it to get the range 1 shot into.
We can see Zam going.
Sam.
Yeah, he just takes it.
Ah,
Less
yeah,
shields
he's taking
out
it.
on Jess. And then a spicy shot back, 4v2, the same shot the other way. Spend the charge to reroll. That could hurt.
Using that reroll.
Yeah, and there's a fuel leak on Zam, and the fuel leak is gonna activate. No, the reroll doesn't do anything, but that's at least a fuel leak. At least 2 damage there.
Hit it crit.
Yeah. Best case scenario is Zam takes 2. Zam's gonna take at least 3. So hit, crit, blinded pilots, and then another 1. So that's 5 total. Zam is down to 2.
That range check from Bastion was checking if Bastion's ability triggers.
Yes,
Bastion can take a target lock on a ship that takes damage if it's in range 0 to 2. But it was out, it was in range 3. Sam using her condition to take a target lock.
Yep. Moving it to
And we'll see Bastion's shot.
Yeah, so 3v3 there. See the focus less on them. Spread the focus for 2.
I'm guessing this is into Jeff, into Sam.
Zam evades. That could have killed her. It will
Sam
not.
survives.
Scores is now 56 for Kevin and 48 for LEIF after killing half of Zam. Getting her down there. It's a big shot from Jess. All right, and we are back.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing about the resistant ships being really survivable. If Kevin could have removed one of these X-wings, this turn or the next turn, then he would be in a good position. But might be able to remove Bastion, or Jessica, but it's hard.
Yeah, there's still
at least before she shoots.
Before she shoots, that would be. I mean, Jess has 4 health left in terms of holes. Just a shield out, and the others still have 2 shields, so 6 health both. So it's they're still really chunky and still shooting really hard. There's a lock on the table, and there's now 2 charges for Zam, so Zam would definitely take the revenge shot condition, or definitely, most likely. Simon in the chat is saying that it's nice to hear you, and also me, but mostly you.
That's nice to hear. Hi, Simon. It's nice to be commentating again. I was on Simon's stream at some point, commentating. But since then, I haven't done any commentating, so it's good to be back in a commentating chair.
Yeah. It's a fun activity. Like, you don't realize how quickly the time goes when you're commentating. Commenting.
Right, you have this urge to talk about every part of the game, like both what's happening on the strategical and the tactical level, and sometimes we end up talking about, or sometimes you get the urge to talk about what the lists are doing or meta in general.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on.
Yeah. All right. So
Kevin needs to try to kill Sam this turn.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I think you need to keep your arc open on Zam, so probably trying to make sure you don't get flown over. So like a 2 bank or something could work. 2 bank to the right, or maybe just a 1 straight actually.
Yeah.
And then Django needs to go fast. 3 bank would probably work. Hard to block, and if it's blocked, it has shots at the back. So I would go 3 bank and then Zam something. Yeah, trying to keep your arc on Jess, and Jess is probably just gonna fly over, maybe a 4K, maybe actually going straight. Maybe
I'm
banking
thinking a
3 bank.
turn to the left with Sam actually.
Turn to the left with Zam.
Well,
Oh yeah.
not with the bombs from
No.
from Django,
Yeah,
obviously.
not anymore.
But
Well, otherwise that would have been
but,
like really keeping it open. But
otherwise that would have been good.
there would be a flank
would,
from the 2 back X-wings there, the blue and the green. Right, so
at least from Bastion, but I don't think from the Red Squadron, depending on what it does.
okay, going 4 straight there, trying to maybe get a block of some sort. No, he hit the rock there with the bank. So no focus and a die. Will he Dooku this? No.
No, I think you need
like,
that force.
Yeah, for something else.
To try to mod your dice.
Yeah.
And here we have the bump.
The bump, which
that's probably a dead Sam.
It could be a dead Zam. Django there, not. I could boost to get a shot at Jess, but does he really want it?
No, you want to focus fire on one of these X-wings, I think.
Yeah.
2
back shots.
Sam will get a revenge shot.
Yeah.
So, and that will be on the Red Squadron, the green one, because it's higher initiative than Bastion.
Yeah.
So I think you just
get everything
there and do as much damage to that X-wing as possible.
Django is thinking about target locking, which would trigger the transponder. No, transponder code has been gone for a long time.
So he's just thinking about it for.
Yeah. Okay, and then the bomb there, nothing.
Doesn't hit anything.
I didn't think he would.
No.
Okay, Django, that's a range 1 into the green expert there. 4 versus 2. 3. Using the lock on
the target lock.
This. Do you spend the force? Yeah, everything. 4.
Yeah, and you spend the force here.
It's 2
you
dice.
Do everything you can to encourage LEIF to split its fire.
Yeah.
And that means stripping all the tokens from.
The classic heroic nothing into nothing.
Heroic into heroic. Blanks into blanks.
Yeah, that's 4 damage.
That's gonna be a lot of damage.
That's that puts him down to half with only 2 hull, and Zam with a follow up.
Sam can actually kill that X-wing.
Just 2. Yeah, that's.
This is. That's tempting to spend that. No, yeah. It's tempting to spend that force, but you can still use it afterwards, because when this expert fires now,
there's no more
Sam,
force,
and that would.
No.
It's what?
The force was on Django when he actually used
Sam
it.
Still have her force?
She doesn't have any force. She doesn't have any.
She'll still have her force.
She doesn't have any force crew or anything.
I'm thinking about. Yeah. Okay. No. Never mind. No. Yeah. Then. Never mind. Yeah.
Yep.
And here comes the revenge shot.
Yeah. She took hit crit. Did she? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
She's
so
dead.
This is the last hurrah.
With the revenge shot that doesn't do much.
Just doing the 1.
Actually, it does 1 damage, but that does not even kill the squadron. It's down to 1. Oh, the game just turned a bit there.
I mean, that means it's probably dead. It's probably dead next turn from Django's last bomb.
Yeah, he will try.
Which you could Dooku.
If it's in range. 1 crit, spend the focus. Django 3 die, and the cloud. The cloud won't do anything. No more force. Takes hit crits. That's a bad time. That's a crit. I think Kevin just took it as a hit. Good token. I don't think he has anything to prevent that from being a crit, no. If you can jump in the table to tell them.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, it was 1 crit, 2 ice.
If we're actually allowed to, I can do it.
I tend to want to do that.
Yeah.
The other table. Oh, I'm gonna wait for Adil to be back. And be a weapon failure. That hurts. That really hurts.
Yeah, they're fixing it.
They're fixing it, and it's a weapons failure, and that's really gonna hurt.
That's really gonna hurt.
Yeah. The other table is finished. Eirik is going through to the final, beating Magnus. No, not beating Magnus. Beating to check Andreas. Yeah. Oh, Kitsu's down. No, my Kitsu.
So I still think you dropped a bomb, and I mean the weapons failure hurts, but
you need to get rid of it.
It doesn't hurt as much as it could, because it could you can use Dooku to hopefully kill that X-wing. I'm not sure if there's any way for that X-wing to get out. You could do a straight maneuver into about where Jessica is placed, because you could move Jessica first.
Mm-hmm.
That would put you outside of the range of that bomb.
Yeah,
but other than that, the only option is disengaging.
Yeah. Yeah, he could do like a 3 straight boost or something.
Yeah. I don't think the boost... Yeah, maybe the boost fits. But that
doesn't
might
make
mean
sense.
you would have to boost with Jessica too.
Yeah, I mean, Jess can do 2 hard, 3 and a boost. That would be millimetric. Yeah. Okay, Kevin is ready. So now it's half point on Django. So the LEIF has actually the lead at 95
Are you sure about that?
points.
He has a whole upgrade.
He has a whole upgrade. Yeah, but that's still only 7 health total, and he lost 4 shields and 1 hull. So he lost 5 out of 11.
Yeah, so that's...
no, 5 out of 11 is not half. What? Yet? No. What?
Yeah, so it's not half yet.
No, it's not half yet. No, yeah, it's just that Zam's completely down, but it's 95 points. Yeah. So it's one hole from being half, and Jess is still both Bastion and Jess are still full points. Jess is 1 damage from being half. Okay, turning on the cloud there, but being in the range of the bomb. Jess too hard takes a focus, and then the veteran. Oh, just going for
doing
1.
A very good job too. Yeah, just accepting that bomb and hoping Django will have better things to spend his force on than guaranteeing that hit.
Yeah, that's a bit ballsy to not work to outside the bomb when you have 1.
I mean, he can't get out at this point, so. And with Django being placed where he is, that's really tempting to save his force for defense.
Yeah, can't really boost anywhere smart, so I think that's time for probably some defensive mod, maybe a focus there.
I mean, the reinforce won't do anything because only Jessica is fully inside one of the halves, and the reinforce is not very good on the fire spray when
No.
when you're not taking when you're not taking a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Because
You
you
already
have 2 evade dice.
Yeah. So no. So that a boost doesn't make super much sense. He's not gonna get at the arc of Jess, whatever he does. 11 minus 5
Yeah, he's
equals
doing a
6 on
boost.
the chat. Yes, it is. I was confused by my interface. Oh, it did boost. Trying to get range 2 out of things. Okay, so let's see if green dies. No, green does not die. He did
No,
not
he
do
doesn't.
good. And blue takes a hit, which blue is Bastion. That's just one shield. Is still way away from half. It's range 3 on Jess, and on the green X-wing, so he's going to the range 2. 2 versus 2. He did not fix the weapons failure. Crit and shield. Crit and an eye is not going to spend the force on that.
Yeah, no, you're not going to spend that force.
Yeah.
You need that for defense.
Yeah. There's a strain there, so only 1 defense die. Does not do anything. That's the last shield on Bastion. Still no points
not
though.
Half.
And it's range
Let's see if they
2
can
on
do
the
some
other
damage.
side. 3 versus 2. There's a focus. Oh!
I mean, you had mobs, but it still feels bad to face.
Takes
face
2 crits, and it's
the
a
full
console fire and a direct hit. Oh!
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time at this point.
Yeah. Now that's half on
Won't have any
Django.
good opportunities to get out, and
he needs to kill 2 to get back into the points.
yeah, in 17 minutes. So he spent his force to avoid that damage, but he's out of bombs. So
he's out of bombs, is still a weapon failure, and now he also has a console fire that is potentially going to trigger. Oh, he's pointing at Django himself.
Pointing at Django and then the hull upgrade. I don't think that was for us.
No.
Or
Pointing maybe at Django's ability.
I think LEIF just asked how many hit points were left.
Okay.
Probably on Django.
And the answer is 3.
Yeah. With a console fire and a weapons failure.
Yeah, that's a sad Django. So we will probably see a tournament with 2 Django Zams entering, and well, 1 getting to the top 4, but nothing to the final. 10% of the list with Django Zams. 20 players, it's easy to get big percentages, of course. All right, so Kevin, not quite sure what he's going to do. I mean, now it's going to be very easy for LEIF to get the 3 guns to bear. No escape for Django. Probably needs to, I don't know, go slow. Try to kill something before they kill you.
It's tempting, and that will leave you with Django's ability active, at least on the green, because he has to do a white maneuver. But I know the urge to do a fast maneuver in these situations.
Just try to get out.
Like trying to get out,
but I don't
you won't get out of that much.
No, I don't think there's any out here. Django is out of thermals, ask Roberts. Yes, Django is out of thermals. There's 2 early on and then 1 and 1. And I think he ended up doing 1 damage on green there at the end. And the other bomb that did damage was on Zam, actually, getting a crit out.
The last bomb did one shield and Bastion.
On Bastion, it was on Bastion, not on green, Yeah, it would have killed green, but didn't.
He did not do the last damage to that green squadron or red squadron pilot.
Yeah.
It's confusing because the red squadron pilot is colored green.
Yeah. Green dude. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
Bastion
here we
just
have some conservative moves.
playing
The
safe.
2-turn boost will get you out of that.
Yeah. Just going slow there, and 2-turn. Everyone's with the focus. Did he try to get away? He did try to get. Oh, that's not the way he wanted to go. That's outside of the board.
That's probably a mistake.
Yes, that would be outside of the board. I mean,
yeah.
You're breaking the game. Please don't.
Okay, so.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair enough at that point.
Django had weapon failure. Yeah, I mean, if he turned the other way and boost, I mean, it was pretty much the same. All right, then I will stop the stream, and we'll be back very soon with the final, which will be LEIF with these X-Wings. And what is Eric? Oh, it's going to be Resistance on Resistance. Kova, Zizi, and Ray against the list. Yeah.
And you will be joined by Sverre Bakkeli for that match, I think.
Yes.
So it's time for me to say my goodbye. Yeah,
thank you so much for commenting with me, and welcome anytime.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was really fun.
It was.
So good luck with the next match, and have a good one.
Have a good one, and everyone, don't go anywhere. We'll be back.